Hello, my cute little troop of loyal subscribers. Today I'm back with a video of a natal placement, Saturn conjunct Venus. What happens when you have the energy of Saturn running together with the energy of Venus in your natal birth chart? So, Saturn rules over the government, it rules over restriction, it rules over karma. It is a planet that rules over discipline, so it has a very serious feeling to it. It's something that if you ignore the responsibility in your life, Saturn will more or less punish you. And if you don't ignore the responsibility in your life and you put in work and have discipline, you will receive benefits in a long-term way. So that's how Saturn moves. And Venus is a planet where we are sensitive. It's our sensitivities, our love nature, what we find beautiful, the way we like to relate to others, and kind of like our friendships, relationships in general. Yeah. So when you have Saturn conjunct Venus, you are going to be someone who is a very loyal friend. You're going to be maybe kind of have like a little serious air to you, kind of cut and dry, no BS. Depending on if you have other eccentric placements that could change. But these people often feel that they are deprived. Because Venus is a lot of the really good stuff in life, and Saturn is deprivation. And so sometimes these people feel like they don't have the kind of love and nurturance and intimacy that they want. A lot of the time they will have really, really good friends, like because they're such loyal friends, but they experience lack with like the intimate relationships and intimate partnerships. But because your birth chart is a map of your psyche, you have some say over the matter. And if this is a placement that you have, and you are becoming aware that you have this placement, and you have this almost lack mindset, because I don't mean to be too harsh, but these people can have kind of a scarcity mindset. They already have this energy within them, and then a lot of the time you see them reinforcing it by believing that their needs cannot be met, by believing that, because Venus rules over finances too, that a life of poverty is just their destiny and it's all that they're worth and it's all that they can get. So you'll see them like settling for jobs where they're getting paid like complete trash and just showing up for it every single day, super loyal. Interestingly, these people can have a small physique. Sometimes they're actually like the restriction like represents physically. Sometimes they're actually small people. I personally find Venus-Saturn people to be really charming because there's something about that seriousness and that consistency to their nature that feels very trustworthy. And like if they say they're going to do something, they're going to do it. So they can actually ironically be very well liked and very popular, but they probably don't perceive it that way. They probably really emphasize the times and the experiences in their life where they have not been the most popular and the most loved in the room, and that's probably what rings more true for them. Let's see, what else do I want to say about this placement? I think that it's important for these people to consciously work with the energy that they have. And like my favorite thing, because the power of the voice and the power of the tongue is so effective, is affirmations. That's one of my favorite things, big affirmations. So the concept of abundance can feel really, really foreign to them. And I think doing affirmations that resonate with you, if this is your placement, where you are saying and repeating things like, I have plenty, abundance comes easily to me, lots of payment comes easily to me, things like that. I think that it's possible for anybody, no matter what your birth chart says, to rewire your subconscious. But it's going to take a little bit extra work if this is your placement. And luckily, you're not afraid of working if this is your placement. You're very familiar with that lifestyle. But yeah, I honestly feel like the word for them is that they're very skilled at their Venusian aspects, not because it came easily, but because they put in work. Sometimes you see really talented artists and very talented musicians with this aspect because they labor over their craft. They're talented at friendship because they put in the work to be good friends. So Saturn, it gets a bad rap because it's not something that feels light and fluffy like fun, easy Jupiter or something like that. But it shouldn't get such a bad rap because it's really impressive what these people are capable of. But they need to make a little space in their hearts to believe that they can have a soft landing place among intimate relationships and just in life in general. Because they're not gonna feel like they've had a soft landing place in many areas of life at all. But when you get that higher consciousness and you recognize that in some senses you are manifesting it by believing it, you can choose to rewire it some. So I'm about 50-50 on the having compassion for how people are, and then also challenging people to rewire how they are, because you're never a victim of your circumstances. A victim mentality is not what you want, and absolutely you can see these people having a victim mentality because it's just like, oh my God, my whole life I've never gotten paid more than minimum wage. Yeah, I'll absolutely meet those people with this. Could be homelessness, could be you haven't dated anyone in 27 years. I mean, really, they can be very familiar with the scarce aspects of life and feeling emotionally starved of the sweetness of what Venus can be. And yeah, no one should have to live that way. It might feel very karmic. Saturn does rule over karma, but don't forget that part of karma is simply that you're going through a pattern that you've been in many other times, and it's your decision how you're going to move through it. So that's what I want to say to these people, because I feel for them, but I also want them to know that they don't have to feel stuck in these ways anymore. So yeah, I hope that resonated. Again, I'm fond of these people. I find their little harsh, kind of cold outlook to be kind of endearing. It's kind of funny. It's likable. There are some realists. They're not overly fantastical. But a little bit of that kind of energy, and kind of, even if it kills you or you feel like it's so fake or whatever, to believe that magic can happen and that you can live a life of ease, just try it on for a size. Just try it on for a size. Try on the affirmations and see what happens, because you're the creator. All right, bye.